Look around you. What do you see? A world of noise, of chaos, people scrambling for a fleeting sense of control. They chase wealth, status, and recognition, believing these are the hallmarks of power. They shout to be heard. They posture to be seen. They fight to dominate. But they are mistaken. The most powerful man in the world is not the strongest. He is not the loudest. He is not the wealthiest. The most powerful man in the world is the man who controls himself. This is a truth that has echoed through the ages, whispered by Stoic philosophers and demonstrated by the greatest leaders in history. Self-control is the highest, purest form of power. It is a silent strength, an internal fortress that no external force can breach. While others are slaves to their impulses, their fleeting emotions, and the opinions of the crowd. The man who has mastered himself is truly free. He is the king of his own inner kingdom. Why is this internal mastery so potent? Because the world outside is a reflection of the world within. The chaos you perceive is often a mirror of your own internal turmoil. The limitations you face are frequently born from the limitations you place upon your own mind. When you gain sovereignty over your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, you begin to reshape your reality. You are no longer a leaf tossed about in the storm. You become the eye of the storm itself, a center of unshakable calm and purpose. This is not about suppressing your humanity. It's about refining it. It is the art of choosing your response, rather than being dictated by your reaction. This very principle, emotional discipline, is what draws the clearest line between the truly powerful and the merely posturing. A weak man is a slave to his feelings. He is easily provoked. His anger flares at the slightest offense. His fear paralyzes him in the face of uncertainty. His desires lead him astray. His emotional state is a pendulum swinging wildly with every external event. He gives his power away to anyone and anything that can push his buttons. In his reactivity, he reveals his fragility. He shows the world that he is not in command of his own ship. The powerful man, however, is different. He experiences the same emotions. He feels anger, he feels fear, he feels desire. But he is not ruled by them. He has cultivated a space between stimulus and response. In that space lies his power, the power to choose. He observes his emotions as a spectator might watch a passing storm. He acknowledges their presence, understands their source, but refuses to let them dictate his actions. He can stand in the fire of conflict and remain cool. He can face a crisis and maintain clarity. This resilience, forged in the crucible of emotional discipline, is a magnetic force. It is a strength that others can feel, a stability they are drawn to. It doesn't need to announce his power. His composure speaks for itself. Mastering your mind fundamentally transforms how the world perceives you. Think about the people you truly respect, the ones who command a natural authority. It's rarely the loudest person in the room. It is the one who is centered. It's the one who listens more than he speaks. The one whose words, when they come, are measured and impactful. When you achieve this level of mental control, your very presence begins to change. You radiate a quiet confidence that is far more compelling than any loud display of ego. I think people are subconsciously attuned to emotional stability. They sense who is in control and who is not. When you remain calm while others are panicking, you become a source of strength. When you respond with logic and reason while others are driven by emotion, you become a voice of wisdom. You no longer need to seek validation or demand respect. Respect and influence become the natural byproducts of your self-mastery. People will bring you their problems, not because you have all the answers, but because your disciplined mind provides the clarity they lack. Your influence grows not from coercion, but from the trust you inspire. They see in you a reflection of what they wish to achieve in themselves: control, stability, and inner peace. Conversely, reacting emotionally is the fastest way to shatter your influence and demolish respect. Every uncontrolled outburst is a crack in your armor. When you lose your temper, you are essentially telling the world, "I am not in control. My emotions have defeated me. You have power over me." You hand the keys to your own psychological kingdom to the person or situation that provoked you. Your credibility evaporates. Your judgment is questioned. People see you not as a leader, but as a liability. An emotional reaction is a confession of weakness. It shows that you are easily manipulated, that your foundation is unstable. Influence is built on a perception of strength and reliability. How can anyone rely on someone who might fly off the handle at any moment? How can anyone respect a leader who is led by his own untamed feelings? Each emotional reaction chips away at the authority you've built, leaving you exposed and vulnerable. You become predictable, and therefore easily managed by others. The respect you crave will forever elude you, because you have not yet learned to respect the command of your own mind. This is the path of the Stoic. It is not a path of emotionless, robotic existence. It is a path of profound strength, intelligence, and freedom. It is the cultivation of mental fortitude. It is the conscious decision to live by principle, not by passion. To embody Stoicism is to understand that you cannot control the events of the world, but you can, with absolute certainty, control your response to them. And in that control lies all the power you will ever need. Embrace discipline, not as a punishment, but as the ultimate tool of liberation. View every challenge, every frustration, every provocation not as a threat, but as an opportunity to practice your craft, to strengthen your inner citadel. Train your mind as you would train your body. Through meditation, through reflection, through consciously choosing calmness when your instincts scream for chaos. Discover the immense power that resides in stillness. In a world that is addicted to speed and noise, the one who can find peace and clarity within himself holds the ultimate advantage. The world will continue to spin. Storms will continue to rage. People will continue to be unpredictable. But none of it will shake you, because your anchor is not in the external world, but deep within your own mastered self. The journey is not easy. It requires constant vigilance and unwavering commitment. But the reward is the greatest prize a man can attain. It is not a crown, a title, or a fortune. It is the unshakable, undeniable, and absolute power that comes from being the master of your own soul. In mastering yourself, you master your destiny. You master everything. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, subscribe and join us on this journey of self-mastery.